That delightful gong. We feel the vibration of love, of joy, of light. Sounds kind of woo-woo to say that, doesn't it? But, it's true. There is a vibration of love, of joy, of light. If we look within our hearts, if we peek into the child care room and see the love, the joy, the light shining, sparkling in little Calliope's eyes, and peek into the other classrooms, see the children, and here they come now. In a moment, we'll be blessing them. We'll be blessing them in the spirit of unity, in the spirit of knowing that something connects us all. Something connects us with the Iranians, with people in Israel, with people in Palestine, with Russians. We are all connected in this little planet. Let's breathe into that knowing. On this beautiful planet that we all share, if we could just turn our attention to loving each other and loving this planet, what a difference that would make. So let's start that energy growing and flowing today from every heart. And we begin our service today with this hymn, which you may be familiar with, but the music is somewhat different. It was adapted for the music of Misa Gaia, presented by the Paul Winter Consort. The Mass for the Earth. Mass for Gaia, Mother Earth. Children out, and they are going to begin by blessing us.
We love you, we bless you, we see the divine light shining within you, and so it is. Amen.
Now let's return that favor, if you want to raise your hands or not, but the energy is flowing one way or the other, and we say to you, we love you. We bless you. We see your divine light shining.
We see your divine light shining.
Now go and light up your world.
Light up your world.
Thank you, children.
For the beauty of the earth, sing, oh, sing today.
so much.
So we take the feeling of this beautiful song to the altar of our hearts. As we open with prayer, take that journey inward to the altar of the Most High. As we honor the earth today, for it is Earth Day, our Mother Gaia, who sustains us, who nurtures us, who supports us, and delights us with the beauty that we see all around. See the animals, the insects are coming out to pollinate, and we are all part of the whole. And we, as good stewards of the earth, take that responsibility seriously. Just as the earth takes good care of us, we must take good care of the earth. Earth awaits our attentive return to unity with the biosphere. Healing will require forgiveness and gratitude. Healing works both ways. As the earth sustains and heals us, we in turn heal the earth. For this opportunity to honor our oneness with all that is, for we are an eachness in the allness that is the universe. For this we are grateful, and we say, Amen. And I believe Jalen wants to light our candle for us today.
Say is that I'm honored to be here, and I appreciate all of your loving kindness.
Thank you, Jalen. All that and entertainment too, wow. So I wonder if anybody's here for the very first time today. If so, would you like to receive a welcome packet? I see a hand in the back row. Anybody else new that hasn't received a packet? The ushers are ready to come around and give you one. So on the front is a little name tag. If you would put your name on there and wear it, then we can identify you after the service to welcome you and invite you to join us for fellowship afterwards in the fellowship hall. There's a table with a sunflower cloth, and if you'd like to sit there, we'll come and join you and welcome you and get to know you. Enough from me. I think it's time for Donovan.
I was just going to say, someday I'm going to have a theme song. I guess that's it, so that's appropriate. Thank you, Inga and Jalen, and that's how you play with matches safely. the lighter doesn't work. Good morning. Sure, good to see you. Wow, what a great crowd. This is awesome. I just love seeing more people coming each week. It's just so wonderful. And welcome to everyone who's watching on our live stream. These are the announcements for April 21st. Please make sure that your cell phones are on silent mode so they don't ring during the service. So if you're not sure, please check it now and you can silence it or turn it off. The April Bulletin is posted on our website at unityofthevalley.org. So check that out. There's also lots of other good stuff on there. Prayer requests. If you're in need of a prayer request or of prayer for a friend, loved one, family, whomever, you can put your prayer card in the prayer box in the foyer after the service, and that's right out there in the corner. And for those watching on our live stream, you can call or text Julia, and her info's on the screen if you want to take a moment to write that down or memorize it. Alrighty, today after the service, as we told you last week, cellist Catherine Brunhaver had a baby girl on April 2nd. And yeah, let's clap for that. Catherine's wonderful. Beautiful soul that plays beautiful music for us. She had her baby on April 2nd. We're putting together a book of well wishes. Please stop by the table in the foyer and write a note to Catherine. Donations are welcome too. And again, that table's right out there. Tuesday, 7 p.m., the Behind the Lens seminar movie is Annie, Get Your Gun. Oh, that'll be a fun one. Betty Hutton, wow. I wish Paul was here. I could ask him about it. Has anyone seen this one? Yeah? It's great. You recommend it? Yeah. All right, come see it. It's Tuesday at 7 p.m. It's followed by a Q&A session with Tom Blank. And as we say usually each week, Tom has a lot of expertise and experience in Hollywood way back. And so it's real interesting, and you can enjoy the movie and come and learn some things.
This will be the first time we've been promoting guns here with this movie, so and hopefully the last. So
maybe it's a typo. Annie, get your bun. Like a roll, like with butter, okay? Someday they're going to change the locks here and not let me in. All right. So far, we're okay. Okay, and it's $30 for the series. So if you want to see the whole series, and I think they just kind of started a new one, you can pay $30 or it's $5 each time. Wednesday, 6:30 to 8 p.m. Youth and Family Wildlife Adventure Night. That's in the garden room. They'll go on a bear hunt, make glow-in-the-dark fun crafts, have an adventure activity, and some food too. It's free, but donations are welcome. And if you're interested in having your child participate that, you can RSVP to Alice, and her number's on the screen. So check that out. That sounds like fun. Cute pictures too. All righty, look at this, 2 pages of announcements. And don't be afraid, it's only because Gina put it in a really large font so that I could read it. Moving on. Next Sunday, Honoring Your Creativity with Reverend Inga. And upcoming Wednesday, May 1st, chanting and meditation in the sanctuary, 7 to 8 p.m. with John West and Stephen Parsons. Come and open to the infinite spirit within through the timeless practice of chanting our way into deep meditation. Thursday, May 2nd, Parents Empowered by Connecting Group. They meet in the garden room, 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. This group meets on the first Thursday of each month in the garden room, and all parents, grandparents, and guardians are invited to come. Saturday, May 4th, Sacred Women's Circle, 10:30 a.m. to noon. They meet in the upstairs Fillmore wing. Join Gina for a time of connecting, meditating, and doing a fun project that incorporates May's theme, which is nature gifts. Thursday, May 9th, 7 to 8:30 p.m. Unity's Environmental Action Team is inviting you to join them at a meeting with the Interfaith Earthkeepers Group, whose mission is to grow a spiritual network for supporting the earth. The meeting will be held at the First Congregational United Church of Christ at 1050 East 23rd Avenue in Eugene. And it'll include a sharing circle, table conversations, and ice cream. Ice cream. Let's bring Unity of the Valley to the table and support the earth with our presence. And now Serenay has an announcement.
Good morning, everyone. In 2019, a group of us, board members as well as our shared leadership team, joined together to take special CPR, first aid classes to learn how to use the defibrillator, the EpiPen, and some of the very simple yet extremely effective life-saving tools that the Salvation Army and also the Red Cross classes offer. And then actually during the pandemic, we did a little refresher course. That equipment is here at Unity. Many of you know it, but some of you may not. And it is located as you go into the foyer and then turn to go into the fellowship hall. It is directly on your right side over the freezer. There is a defibrillator, EpiPen, and some other really good equipment. So the reason I'm telling you this is that we are about to start this process again and reboot our training. We had a wonderful group sign up. We had our leaders meeting yesterday, and many of you signed up. But I thought it would be nice to offer it to the congregation as well. So I'm going to put this sign-up sheet in the fellowship hall on the credenza, where there are other sign-up sheets. And if you have any questions or you want any other information, my phone number's on here, and you feel free to call me. This is a wonderful opportunity to learn some skills that can save a life. Could be your family member, it could be someone here at church, it could be anywhere. But these are really bountiful blessings to take advantage of. So thank you.
It's time to rise and stretch. We have a very simple sing-along to get your body and mind refreshed. It's called I've Got Peace Like a River. And then we're going to sing that a few times, and then we're going to sing I've Got Love Like the Ocean, and then Joy Like a Fountain. But you'll hear it as we go. Here we go. There are still some oldies but goodies, aren't there? That really was. Well, now, with that energy, we move straight into deep meditation. Led by Donna O'Neill today.
Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. Hey, did you know that you're a magician? You know, you really are. You have the amazing ability to conjure. And that's what we're going to do today. Each and every one of us is going to be a conjurer. So we'll start by just getting centered. Let's just start by feeling your feet on the floor. And just listening, just turning your ears on. And so it moves you from the myriad of thoughts within to just being present for what is as you listen to sound. Maybe you want to close your eyes as you listen. It helps the ears turn on. Already you may find that you're quieting. Then observing your body, let it be very heavy and relaxed. Feeling the weight of your hands and arms. Feeling your body resting deeply down into the seat. And let anything in your hands rest away so that you can simply feel your hands themselves. Feeling the skin of your hands, which is very sensitive, so it's a good place to bring our awareness. You can feel in your fingers the magic of your being, the energy that's there. Can you feel it? And then bring your awareness to the breath gently rising and falling. That natural thing that just happens. But turn your awareness to it. You don't have to change it at all. But as you feel the breath, you might want to just wonder at that amazing mechanism that keeps the energy that you are, that keeps you going. Now, conjure, procure, create, whatever you want to call it, a feeling tone of wonder. A feeling tone of wonder in your heart, in your whole body. We know what wonder feels like. If you need to recall it, you might just bring to mind the beauty of a birth. The birth of a child, its magnificent being, the whole new life to live. Or maybe it's a puppy just being born. Or a bird pushing out of its egg. A tiny baby bird. Or maybe to help you feel that expansive feeling of wonder, you can think of slow motion photography that you may have seen of a flower being born. A flower opening to its incredible essence, no matter how large or small. A flower opening is just the most wondrous of all. Or perhaps it's the tree that opens your heart to wonder as it births its leaves of greens and yellows. Feel your breath expanding and taking in this wonder that you are creating. Wonder is not out there, it's within, it's in you. But now let's move a little farther out, as though you were a drone looking in, looking down on the mountains, the incredible hills and pastures. The sky of blue. The sea of green. Breathe in that wonder, feeling that wonder in every cell of your being. And moving farther and farther out now. Wonder at the marvel of a planet. Just the right and perfect distance from its star. Seeing that beautiful marble floating in the black sea of space. The earth that holds you and keeps you. The earth that holds you and keeps you. I invite you to continue to practice conjuring. Continue practice conjuring all the rest of this day and into tomorrow and the next. Conjuring wonder, love, hope, for this planet and for all beings. Amen.
If you want to sing along with any part of this, you're welcome, especially at the end. You Are Loved is a good one to sing with, and this is about feeling loved by the earth.
Cold water
giants tower high. The ocean nearby is calling me, calling me. You are loved by the river flowing to the sea. You are loved by the soil cradling your feet. You are loved by the sun, the moon, and the stars. You are loved, 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 you are loved. Fog rolls in, kisses my face. Mist and breaking, spiraling with grace. The sun shines through, showing all the blue, calling me, calling me. You are loved by the blanket of misty ocean air. You are loved by the mountains creviced with their wear. You are loved by the wind, the rain, and the clouds. You are loved, 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 you are loved. I look out the horizon so vast, telling me I can expand at last. Wind and water dance, shifting in a trance, calling me, calling me. You are loved by that never-ending line. You are loved by something so big and wise. You are loved by the breath, the rise and the fall. You are loved, 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 you are loved.
was just hoping to give a brief introduction to my friend and local author, Tom Titus. And he has gradually merged into our community, which I just love to see. Sort of like cheese melting over a hamburger. It just sort of, it's just been a beautiful sight. So thank you, Tom, for melting into unity. We love you.
Wow. I love cheese and hamburgers. Let's see. I guess I get to change my own slides. Hey, Ryan. I'm going to start right off by going off script. Robert Frost, I did make my bed this morning. And I did decide what kind of day I was going to have. And I do basically know what I'm going to say, but I'm still going to go off script. You're singing from the Misa Gaia this morning, just beautiful music. And I have to tell you a story. A year and 3 months ago, Kim, my wife, who's up here singing today, had to make an emergency trip to the hospital, and they found a mass in her left atrium that was about the size of a tennis ball. And if you know anything about heart anatomy, you know that the left atrium is about the size of a tennis ball. It had to come out. So she ended up having open heart surgery for that. And 4 days in intensive care, they were kicking her out. And she asked the surgeon, so I need to perform with the Eugene Concert Choir with the Paul Winter Concert doing the Misa Gaia. Can I do it? And I can still see the smile on his face. And he said, maybe. Now, Kim's never considered herself an overachiever, but she did sing. And afterward, I more or less ambushed incredible featured soloist Teresa Tomlinson, who figures into this story, and to tell her the story of Kim. And of course, Kim had already told her, but Teresa, she sort of looked away and she looked at me and she said, music heals. So you'll always see me sitting right over there during our services, because for me, that's the nexus of the musical energy in this room, and it heals me every Sunday. So thank you to the music team, and especially to Laura, who's not here today. So I can't promise I'll channel Robert Frost this morning, but in honor of Earth Day, let's begin by understanding something. Every atom and every molecule of every cell, of every organ in our bodies has come from the earth and from the universe in which she is contained. We are literally a walking embodiment of the universe. Our spiritual wholeness depends on remaining conscious of our physical unity of the world. And I believe we actually remember this connection at a deep level, but maybe on the surface, sometimes we forget. So I decided to set the stage with these words from anthropologist Lauren Isley. And Lauren was also an incredible poet and essayist. And he said, the time has to be right. One has to be, by chance or intention, upon the border of two worlds. And sometimes these borders may shift or interpenetrate. One sees the miraculous. So this morning, if I can take you between two worlds and show you something miraculous, then making my bed will have been worth it. So, on Earth Day, and in the interest of developing this conscious reconnection with this blue planet with which we are one, I'm going to enlist salamanders as our spiritual teachers. That's right, salamanders. My mother taught me a long time ago that one of my unwritten job descriptions in life was to love the unloved, and I flat out love salamanders. Now, salamanders don't talk a lot. In fact, they don't make many sounds at all. But they do have a lot to say. And since I often talk to salamanders, I'm going to speak on their behalf. They're beautiful, but they're also diminutive. And they tend to be nocturnal. They come out at night, and because they don't have a gargantuan brain like ours, we tend to think of them as simple animals. This morning, I'd like to turn this human-centric notion around and suggest to you that salamanders have an underlying complexity that we could learn from and appreciate. That salamander is saying, "Are you looking at me?" Salamander's skin is flat out amazing. It's so thin they can breathe through it. Oxygen can travel in, carbon dioxide out. They have blood vessels close to the surface to take up all that incoming oxygen. And in fact, the most species-rich family of salamanders on Earth have no lungs. How long would you last without your lungs? A couple of minutes. They can drink through their skin. Again, it's so thin that water just moves in and moves out. They taste with their skin. Their skin repels enemies. They have toxins that repel their predators, and in most cases, these just taste bad, but if you go over to Tugman Park across the way, you'll find an animal called the rough-skinned newt with a chocolate back and an orange belly that you may have seen wandering around on your hikes. There's enough nerve toxin in the skin to do in 10 adult humans. Yeah. Amphibian skin resists disease. It's loaded with all kinds of compounds that inhibit fungal growth, and these have been of interest to drug manufacturers. And best of all, they use their skin to attract mates. Now we're talking. Salamander sex. When I was in my early 20s, one of my high points was teaching sex education to a classroom full of high school freshmen. I loved to watch them blush. Salamanders have skin that makes pheromones that are really important to their sex life, and if all of that isn't a hook to keep you interested in the rest of this talk, then everything's lost. I can't do any better than that. So, what I'm describing is the skin through which salamanders experience much of their world, and I'm going to be completely audacious and suggest that we humans could experience a lot more of the world to which we are one by aspiring to become thin-skinned. So, I take a good, hard look at my palm, and I can close my eyes, and with all the intention I can muster, manifest salamander skin. No. It doesn't work. I might have grown another wrinkle or lost another hair, but basically, it's still the same old boring skin. So, I love the word that Donna used in meditation this morning, conjure. We can conjure. We conjure metaphors from all kinds of animals, especially what biologists and others sometimes refer to as the charismatic megafauna. We soar like eagles. We're stealthy as a cat. In this case, a really big cat. We're strong as an ox. Eyes like a hawk. And even though we can never have the wings of birds, this doesn't stop us from using bird wings metaphorically to help us soar to new levels in various areas of our life. So, I'm guessing salamanders don't have much of an imagination. But we do. We can conjure. And we sang this tune, Pure Imagination, from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory a few weeks ago. And come with me and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. So first of all, for the first time in the history of the universe, salamanders meet Willy Wonka. And you are here. But imagine, conjure this idea that salamanders are telling us we can behave as though we had their beautifully sensitive skin that's open to the world. And so for the rest of this talk at least, and maybe on into your week, conjure the idea that you have skin as thin and porous and complex as a salamander. That's not a salamander. And with all due respect to rhinos, they have one of the thickest, toughest skins of any animal walking around on the planet. And so they are my poster child for talking a little bit about what a thick-skinned approach has meant for us in our relationship to the world. We hear it all the time. The world can do you harm. You have to have a thick skin to survive all those insults and heartbreak and rejection and chaos. The South Carolina women's basketball coach, Dawn Staley, she said it right after her team won a national championship. It's a tough, tough world out there. One of the outcomes of this thick-skinned attitude is this premise of Darwinian evolution, that some individuals are better adapted than others to any given environment, and there's competition out there. And the better adapted individuals survive and pass their genes along to another generation. This is a hugely influential idea, and in fact, social Darwinism has contributed to an economic system that's based on striving for individual gain. Thick skin encourages the idea of individual success, and it's helped along by an overblown sense of our individuality. The primacy of the individual is just deeply woven into our national fabric. Thick skin separates us from the rest of the living world and sets us up as the pinnacle of evolution. It's fed by the idea that evolution has proceeded in this ladder-like fashion with the simplest single-celled organisms at the bottom and, of course, humans at the top. Our thick skin has separated us from the earth. It's allowed us to form this idea that humans are somehow separate from the processes of the earth. And it's the separation that's given us the emotional space to exploit rather than cooperate with the biosphere. Thick skin has given us the wherewithal to dehumanize our fellow humans. It makes genocide and exploitation not only palatable, but in worst cases, even noble. We can see the outcomes of thick skin in Gaza and Ukraine, even as we gather this morning. Now, in fairness to rhinos, maybe sometimes we do need a thick skin. I mean, there's some survival value in being desensitized. The world can be incredibly overwhelming. But salamanders, silent as they are, tell us that we might be missing out on far more than we gain with our thick-skinned approach to life. A thin skin opens us to the world and the fact that every atom in every molecule of every cell of every organ in our body came from dust that swirled together 4.5 billion years ago with some additional stardust sprinkled along the way. Our fundamental connection to the earth is not metaphor. And recognizing the material and energetic oneness with the planet helps us develop our spiritual connection to everything. Thin skin helps us embrace cooperation. Yes, we are individuals, but even our cells are cooperative machines. There are subcellular compartments whose job it is to convert the food we eat into energy in a form that our body can use. And those compartments used to be free-living life forms that decided to trade out independent living and hitch a ride inside other cells. And never mind that you're made up of 30 trillion of your own cells, but you're carrying around 39 trillion bacterial cells that aren't even you. You're a walking community, you're a walking cooperation. A lot of evolutionary theory is based on competition between individuals, but it's really far from the whole story. A couple of months ago, John was talking about the benefits of cooperation with our fellow humans. We can extend that conversation to all of our fellow beings. And biologists are now beginning to embrace cooperation as a major force in evolution. I mean, our primate ancestors have been living in cooperative groups for 50 million years. This is not a new idea. A thin skin open to other beings makes us far more prone to embracing our cooperative nature. A thin skin makes us open to our historical connection with all beings. Humans aren't the pinnacle of evolution. Evolution has formed this incredible tree of life, this starburst of living beings that's been branching and transforming for 3.7 billion years. We, who are now living at the ends of those lineages, trace our heritage to the same common ancestor. So, if you're feeling old right now, just remember you have 3.7 billion years behind you now. Yes, humans are unique, yet we are only one of a multitude of unique lineages in the history of life. Our thin skin makes us empathic beings, capable of deep sensitivity and connection, and not just among ourselves, but among all beings. The Lakota have a phrase that I love saying, Mitakawe Owasin. It means all are related. And by all, the Lakota mean not just so-called living things, but everything. Rocks, rivers, mountains, and valleys. So how can you thin your skin? I think we're talking about attentiveness, becoming attentive. And I really want to emphasize that this is a process that's both inside and outside. And even though we're here in this room, we're breathing oxygen that's part of the earth with which we are one. Now, we can look out the window and engage our eyes with green plants who are making that oxygen, and in that process, reflecting green light back to our eyes. Just because we're in here doesn't mean we're separate. We can engage the world with all of our senses, and even though we're highly visual beings, let the world stream over not only your eyes, but your ears, your nose, course over your thin skin. Sometimes it's easy to forget that we really are part of a multisensory world. One of our grandsons is visually challenged, and we really have to remember, Kim and I, that when we're outside with him, to point out sounds rather than just sights. Strive for empathy. We're not simply ourselves, we are one with everything. We don't go out into nature. We are nature. We don't have an economy and an environment. We have an earth, and it's us. We need to feel this in our very bones, which are made of the earth on which we walk. And finally, and this one fascinates me, practice intersensory associations. There's a fancy name for that, and I learned it just not very long ago, so I thought I'd throw it out here and show you all how smart I am. It's called synesthesia. A small percentage of people have this remarkable ability of cross-associating senses. So the sound of music becomes a shape or a smell. A word becomes a taste. The feel of an object becomes a sound. The San people of the Kalahari Desert have this ongoing synesthesia that keeps them deeply connected to their world. And I so wish I had that gift. I don't, but I like to imagine it when I'm writing, and I love the idea of tasting the murmur of creek on my eardrums, or seeing a spring sky broken with clouds as vanilla pudding. There's a deepening of awareness there that I don't know how to explain. Developing thin salamander skin leads to forgiveness and healing and gratitude. These are the spiritual attributes that are necessary for moving back into and remaining in a healthy relationship with the earth. You know, I used to be intrigued by the voluntary human extinction movement. How many people have heard of them? No, but no one? Oh, you're so... It was good. I'm sorry, Katie. I was intrigued, but I am over it. Hating on our fellow humans it's just not going to get us anywhere. There's no learning, there's no wisdom, there's no healing. So this from really an amazing environmental writer by the name of David George Haskell in his book, Forest Unseen. To love nature and to hate humanity is illogical. Humanity is part of the whole. Yes, we should be less greedy, untidy, wasteful, and short-sighted, but let us not turn responsibility into self-hatred. I love that. Our biggest failing is, after all, lack of compassion for the world, including ourselves. And finally, from indigenous philosopher, anthropologist, writer, musician, Lila June Johnston, we each hold a pen. Let us co-author the story of how humanity fell in love with itself and its Mother Earth once again. Well, shoot, I'm running out of time and I haven't talked about sex. Maybe another Sunday. Remember, every atom of every molecule of every cell of every organ in our bodies has come from the earth. She's waiting for us to realize that we belong. So I usually always like to finish up with a reading. And John, you want to join me? Can you? You want to? Noodle with me? Caught him by surprise, didn't I? Not coincidentally, this piece is called Open Your Skin. And it's from my little pocketbook palindrome, but it's too small to read from, so I keep it in my pocket and read from a 14-point font. I wrote this as a meditation when I was sitting on a ridge at night in the winter in the Coast Range just to the west of us. Coastal mountains stretch along the western edge of North America like an undulating salamander, green and moist and cool. Perch somewhere along her spine. Make yourself small, unnoticeable. Become dark and still on a winter evening when night seeps in like cold spring water. You feel the rise and fall of her breathing, slow and intermittent, barely perceptible. As though breathing were optional and she could inhale the universe through the skin of conifers covering the ridges of her ribs and vertebrae. After you become tiny and alone, let your eyes close in the easy darkness. You notice that each subtle breath of these mountains is really a summation of many small breaths, inhalations of moss, sword fern, salal, becoming larger, vine maple, yew, cascara, becoming larger, western hemlock, Douglas fir, red cedar. There are exhalations of elk, bear, deer becoming smaller, mountain beaver, rough-skinned newt, Pacific wren becoming smaller, centipede, millipede, longhorn beetle becoming even smaller, protozoa and bacteria more numerous than the stars in the universe, stretching infinitely away above the black ridges. You are very small. Perhaps your inconsequential existence makes you uncomfortable. You might pretend to be large. This is of no real help. The vastness of these heaving mountains, the sheer weight of their being and all the beings that reside within them is overwhelming. Here. This is of no help either. Cold air on your cheeks, the smell of winter leaf rot, twitter of screech owl from the valley bottom, even the cold seep of pain from your arthritic shoulder are reminders of your one and only existence. Recognize that you squirm for a reason. It's the illusion of your separate life. There's only one remedy for your insignificance. Take a breath. Inhale the swirl of oxygen gifted by those slow-breathing conifers. Feel each molecule cling to the iron redness of your blood. Let your steamy exhalation join the vapor emanating from the moist nostrils of the pregnant doe bedded at the base of a rotting stump. This collective outward rush forms a vast pool of carbon dioxide, a reciprocal offering to the trees. Then do one more thing. Open your skin to the universe. You'll expand to the measure of your awareness. May peace find all of you in any of its multitude of forms. I'm grateful for your ears. Thank you.
Well, on this special day of celebrating the earth, we hope you don't mind if we take a little extra long time today. Like you to focus on the song without us doing the offering yet, so that you can just be fully present to this next song from Misa Gaia, the Earth Mass.
Thank you all. What a beautiful way to honor our beloved Mother Earth today through music, through song, and through this extraordinary message from Tom. We are so grateful and so blessed here at Unity of the Valley. And this is the time where we gather our offerings with gratitude in our heart, and we send that gratitude out into the world that it may bless everyone, all of our brothers and sisters, and the fabric of the human spirit. Let's join in that one spirit of great love as we speak our offering affirmation. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I give in love, and I trust God.
Bless the world through me. Bless the world through me. I am your instrument. Bless the world through me. Bless the world through me. All the love inside of me. Bless the world through me. Here and now I set it free. I am your instrument. To shine on everything I see. Bless the world through me. Oh, bless everything I see.
Oh, I'm waking up to something greater than I ever known. And we make a difference as we join our hands and hearts, creating unity. It's what this world needs.
Bless the world through me.
All the love inside of me.
Bless the world through me.
Here and now I set it free.
I am your instrument.
To shine on everything I see.
Bless the world through me.
Oh, bless everything I see.
Divine love through me. Blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I give in love, and I trust God.
Everyone who made this beautiful service possible today. Our music team, led by John West, our greeters, our ushers, our beautiful flowers from Bev, people in the sound booth, our teachers, and our kitchen angels, our bookstore angels. Thank you, Gina, for putting everything together. We are so grateful for this village. Each and every one of you are so precious and indispensable to our hearts and our spiritual community. And now we will bless this offering. Divine Spirit, bless this offering and all that it represents from the hearts and minds of our beloved congregation. Multiply it and expand it. May this blessing go out into the world to bless the one and the many. In the name of all that is holy. Amen.
It's time to rise and sing our song of peace. Somebody once asked me fairly recently, why do we have to keep singing this song over and over again? Well, You know, it really depends on the energy and consciousness you bring to it. I want you to think about all around the world there are communities, spiritual communities like this on Sunday morning who are singing this song. So this is part of a ritual that we can tune into to be aware of that connecting energy. The inspiration that brought forth this song is timeless. It's timeless. And this is just one moment for us to experience that timeless connection of peace. So sing it from the heart, knowing it is a power that is being sent forth now from each of us.